So I've had a fast food addiction for as long as I can remember, and I'm doing my budget for 2023. So I decided to look into my bank app to see where most of my money is going. This is the total on fast food, $11,000 in the last 12 months.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel where I provide a common sense approach to eating healthy and having an overall healthy lifestyle. If you're new here, my name is Achidi and I'm both a personal trainer and food educator with over 17 years of experience teaching people how to eat healthy and stay healthy without selling them a whole bunch of BS or a bunch of misinformation. Today's video continues with the topic of overspending on food, and I'm really going to work on combating that incorrect mindset that so many people have that tells them that it's a lot cheaper and easier to just pick up food on the go, get it delivered, or just eat out in general instead of going to the grocery store, picking up what you need, and cooking your meals at home. And I do understand that there is some skill involved in grocery shopping without overspending and making it healthy. So don't you worry, at the end of the video, I'm going to have some tips on how to do exactly that. Now, let's get this business out of the way. Hit the like button when you see something you enjoy, and especially make sure to share this video with other people that would benefit from the knowledge. And speaking of the knowledge, I drop videos every single week, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out. And lastly, I also put out a free, I'll say it again, a free weekly email newsletter every Sunday that gives you simple to implement health tips and information. And if you want to get that delivered to your inbox, head down to the description, tap the link, and that's all it takes. So let's get into our first video, giving us an example of just how crazy expensive it can be when you're eating out for the entire day. $65.50 later, this woman was treating herself for the whole day, stayed well fed, but damn, is that expensive. In theory, if she were to eat this same way for the entire year, all 365 days of it, she would have spent nearly $24,000 on food alone. Now, for most Americans who make about $50,000 a year, her entire food costs made up half of her yearly income. And I don't care how much you make, if you're spending half of your income on food, chances are you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you're in some serious debt because your other expenses have to be fit in there, and chances are there's not enough money to go around. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, I don't spend $65 a day, so there's no way I'm going to spend nearly $25,000 at the end of the year eating out. And you would be right with that. But what if I told you that even if you were getting less expensive food, like, fast food over the course of the year, you will still spend thousands of dollars, and that is way more than what you would spend had you grocery shopped and cooked. If you don't believe me, hit the like button. Let's go on to the next video.
So I've had a fast food addiction for as long as I can remember, and I'm doing my budget for 2023. So I decided to look into my bank app to see where most of my money is going. And guys, this is the amount I spent on food and dining. This is the breakdown. This is the total on fast food, $11,000 in the last 12 months. Do you know what I could have done with that money? I would be out of debt right now. Maybe I would have traveled. So I decided to look for the total since I opened my bank account about 3 years ago. Bro, a total of $17,000 on fast food and takeout in the last 3 years. Something is gonna have to change because this is so bad. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm shocked.
What happened?
Your mom has a spending problem.
That's right, she certainly has a spending problem. spending almost $12,000 in 1 year on fast food alone. And you might not have seen it, but I'll tell you the number. She did go grocery shopping over the year to the tune of only about $3,000. So she's overspending on food overall and still buying groceries, which I don't believe she was eating much of the food that she got from the grocery store, given the fact she's spending $1,000 a month on fast food. And even when she reviewed how her spending was over the last 3 years, it didn't get any better. She had spent nearly $18,000 in 3 years on fast food and only about $6,700 on groceries. So not only is her wallet being negatively impacted by this kind of food spending, but so is her overall health. Eating out, and especially eating fast food, means your body is constantly being overwhelmed with calories, overwhelmed with processed oils, sugars, and salts, all sorts of things that bloat you up and require a lot of time and effort on your body to digest and get out. And if you're eating that kind of food on a daily, multiple times a day basis, you're really putting your body at risk for a lot of problems. So thankfully, she seems to be doing something about it and changing for the better. And that change for her and many others starts with going to the grocery store. We're gonna go to our next video where I'm gonna show what the typical person who does not know how to grocery shop does. And I want you to comment below if it looks familiar to what you potentially might be doing, especially if you believe that grocery shopping is way more expensive than simply eating out.
I'm convinced that as a single person, it is cheaper and easier to just go out to eat than go to the grocery store. Groceries are so expensive, and I'll prove it to you. Come with me right now. We're gonna take a little trip. Spring mix, $4.99. Ready rice, $4.29. One chicken breast, $4.94. Greek yogurt, $2.99. This shit is getting expensive and adding up quick. I should just go to Chipotle.
No wonder it's so expensive. My man does not know how to shop at all. He is buying the least and spending the most. Shopping definitely is a skill so that you're buying the things you need without overspending, and you're making your dollar go a lot further. So yeah, I agree. If you go to the grocery store on a daily basis and you buy like he is, of course eating out is going to be more convenient and less costly. And I'm not talking from a place of privilege. I used to do similar to this man. I used to grocery shop several times during the week because I would buy just enough food for the next couple of days and do that repeatedly. And over time, that's A, inconvenient since you're going to the grocery store nearly every other day, and B, you can spend less per item by buying it in bulk and then storing it so that you can eat it, cook it, or use it at a later time. So I'm not going to continue crapping on this dude because he is very similar to many of us, just inexperienced and uninformed on how to improve his shopping experience and get more bang for his buck. So I'm gonna hook all of y'all up. I got not one, but 2 videos giving a ton of valuable information on how to shop so that you spend less, eat healthy, and enjoy more. Hit the like button. Let's go into the first helpful video.
Listening and watching, it's very clear that people don't know how to grocery shop or how to meal plan. So there's a couple different things about that. Like you can meal plan like, ooh, these are all the cool meals that I want to try and I want to make, and I'm going to buy all the ingredients for them. Or you can shop your cabinets, go to myfridgefood.com, figure out what meals you can currently make from the bits and pieces of groceries you already have in your cabinet, fridge, and freezer, and then write the meals down that sound interesting to you, and then look at, okay, what do I only need 1 ingredient for or 2 ingredients for? And then that's how you shop. So you make your meal plan, and then the stuff, if like you need more meals, you look up and you see what is on sale this week, right? So you go to, there's an app called Flip that you can use, and you look at all the stores that are in your area, and you can look up to see, you know, is pork on sale this week? Are carrots marked down this week? Can I buy a whole bag of potatoes for half the price that I could last week? That's the way to. You're listening.
She gives some great tips on how to plan your meals and save at the grocery store. So let's go over them real quick. Look, so the first tip she gives out is the tactic many of us fall victim to, and that's, ooh, this looks cool and interesting, let's add it to the meal plan. That looks cool and interesting, let's add it to the meal plan. And you collect these recipes, you buy the ingredients, and then you don't make any of them, because the feeling of looking at them and getting excited to make them is different than the reality when push comes to shove and you got to take all those ingredients and whip them together into something that looked great on social media and probably won't come out the same at home. So rather than continuing to do that, she gives the fantastic tip of shopping your cabinets. We all have a ton of things in our cabinets that could be used to make nutritious meals and we just don't realize it. So she suggests using the website myfridgefood.com to input what you currently have, and it will give you recipe ideas based off of that. And then all you need to do is look for the recipes that are the easiest to make with what you currently have, or the ones that require the fewest additional ingredients, and shop for those, and there you go. You'll both clear out your cabinets and you'll feed yourself for that time, and you save money. Lastly, in addition to doing what I just said by shopping your cabinets and using them to create recipes, you can go and use another app called Flip to scour the sales at the stores in your area and to find the best deals on everything you need. So yes, you may need to shop at multiple stores. Most of us do that anyways, but now you'll go in there with a list of specifically what you need that has been sourced to be the least costly, and you're not going to be double buying things you already have or buying things you won't use. If you found this video helpful, hit a like. I got another helpful one coming up. Let's go right to it.
Do you want to know the biggest reason you're overspending on your groceries? If you're new around here, I'm Tassia. I'm a frugal living expert, and it is you're buying stuff that you already have, and then it's going to waste. We're wasting the stuff. So here's how to fix that. If you have a cupboard like we do, and we started, you've got all these items like this just shoved in. You've got these big boxes, you reach in, I don't know how many are left, whatever. The kids see this and they're like, we don't have any food, we're hungry, there's no good snacks. This is a game changer. Let me tell you, I shared this when I first did it earlier, and my kids ate snacks they haven't eaten in months because they thought, they're old, right? Put them in this. You need to put your food in these clear containers so you can see what you have. And I'm telling you, my kids are almost 12 and 10, and this works for them. So maybe toddlers, whatever. But then when you can see it, you're less likely to go buy more. You're using up what you have. Another thing I do now with the kids with cereal, they know you don't get more until a container's gone. I tell them, I only have these 3 containers for cereal, so I'm not gonna buy a new cereal until you finish this one up. It works, you guys. The other thing you need to do if you're overspending on your groceries due to waste is you need to make a meal plan, but you have to meal plan using everything you already have. Not only is this gonna help you with wasting food and wasting money, it cuts your grocery budget down because you're just getting out of the habit of going and buying things all the time and looking in your fridge and coming up with meals that you already have. It's a game changer. I hope this helps. Oh, and I got my containers. I got those from BJ's. This took me a while because they're not cheap. So I got those ones from BJ's. I'll put the link in my bio, but you can get them from Amazon, wherever. The cereal ones are the Better Homes and Gardens from Walmart.
Those are some great tips, and they basically reinforce some of the tips from the previous video. If you can't see what you actually have, you can't estimate if you need to buy more or you have enough. So put your food items in containers that allow you to confirm the amount that they have. You need a meal plan, and you need your meal plan to be based off of what you currently have. So whether you manually do it or you use the website myfoodfinder.com, you need to make a list of items that you already have and make that your shopping list, your meal plan, your everything. That will keep your food costs down. That will make it so you're eating healthy, and that will make it so that your kitchen and your life are far less cluttered. I trust you learned something by now. Make sure to comment below any questions you have or any disagreements that you may have. I'd love to have a discussion with you. In just a second, you're going to see a preview for another video on my channel. This one talks about the standard American diet, and actually it's a diet that is more harmful than helpful, as it results in most Americans being overweight, if not obese. Give it a watch, and I'll see you on the next one.